Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Debate Lab. This week, we're back with the topic of society and with the motion. This house will ban child beauty pageants. Have you ever seen a beauty pageant? Or have you ever seen a beauty contest of Miss World or Miss USA, for example? Well, beauty pageant is quite common, and you probably saw it in TVs, medias, or on online social media networks. A beauty pageant is a contest or a beauty contest and used to be a competition that traditionally focused on how beautiful you looked. But more and more these days, beauty pageants evolved, and now we see a lot of times beauty pageants are not just about how beautiful you are, but how intelligent you are, how talented you are on certain things, or how well you answer the judge's question. So, all in all, it's just a contest of how to see you are as almost perfect individual. Now, European festivals dating back to medieval times, like a couple hundred years ago, are the most direct history of beauty pageants. For example, the picture you see here is the English May Day celebration, where it involved the selection of a beautiful woman, and they call it a May Queen. So you can see that beauty pageant is pretty common and have always been there since the history because people always appreciate a beautiful person. Now, the thing is, for children's beauty competition, it's not just about having a beautiful child, but it's also a big, big industry. So it's in US alone, it is almost like a $5 billion it's an industry with almost 250,000 contestants, which are children entering into this competition every year. So it's almost type of sports where people compete. And the thing is, more money is spent every year on this competition. Some of the state or national level beauty competition, one person can spend up to $100,000 to get ready for a national beauty contest. The money goes into having a nice dress or having a private physical fitness trainers, speech teachers, voice coaches, etiquette lessons, and so on. So it's a lot of money is spent on the beauty contest. But not always, just because you spend a lot of money, you'll win the contest, because we do see other individuals who spend as less as just $100 and they will still win competition. But by and large, yes, this is a mega industry and a lot of money are in this competition. We also see that the controversy of the beauty contest, because a lot of times, because people go really crazy to win this competition, they make hair extension, fake eyelashes, they put a lot of makeup on the children, they make them wear flashy clothes, and they spray tan their skin to look better, and even make fake teeth on the children just to make sure their smile is picture perfect. And these are some of the bad things we see in the beauty contest. We are exploiting our children. But at the same time, you can also argue that, look, this is just a part of competition. Remember, you in your school, you also have like the prom queen or prom queen or prom king, for example, or you might have a dress up day and they will choose the best dresser. So these kind of competitions come naturally to us. And so for some people who really enjoy this competition, it's not something of a big deal. It's just a nice, healthy way of children entering into competition, showing off their talent and getting a prize out of it. So do you agree? Despite all these controversies, should we prohibit beauty pageants for children? Now, let's look at some example. Before we go on to the example, yes, there were some countries that decided to move and start to say, look, we're going to ban and make beauty pageants illegal. One of those examples is France. Back in 2013, they decided to ban beauty contests for children. Let's look into some arguments. Now, if you're in the proposition side and you're on the government side, you want to say that, look, it is the duty and the responsibility of the government to give an environment that every children is valued as beautiful children, because at the end of the day, no one is ugly. Beauty is from within. And just like we remember from our other debates, such as the Disney princess debate, the beautiful where we judge whether this person is beautiful or not is not based on the outside look, but how this person is. But the problem of child beauty pageants or beauty contests is that you're only focusing on the outside and you're giving wrong messages to the children, and that ultimately harms the children and the family and society as a whole. And that's why you can say that the stance is that child beauty pageants harm and do not benefit children and their families. Firstly, you can say that it really harms the self-image of girls and boys. Well, if you're going to say, look, this person is the most beautiful, so I gave them a prize, give him or her a prize, then what about the other children? Are you trying to say they're not beautiful? And it actually harms the self-image of girls and boys who attend this competition, because if they don't win, they will think that they're not beautiful or they're not worth it. Where in reality, they're totally worth it because they have a lot of potential and future. You can also say that beauty pageants these days are getting more and more extreme. You're putting fake teeth on the children. You're doing hair extensions. You're putting too much makeup on the children to make them look prettier and more handsome than they naturally are. And this relates to them spending a lot of money on it, on the children, and then this is not getting it's not no longer a healthy competition, and that's why it's time to say that we should ban this competition. You can also say that children are exploited by their parents to win beauty pageants. So you can say, look, the prize of a beauty contest is not just a trophy. These children will become famous overnight, and that's where they can become a famous child model or child actress. And because the parents notice, they exploit their children. They make them skip schools to enter into competition, or even do some sort of plastic surgery in order to win the competition. And that's why this is becoming very, very unhealthy. You can also say beauty pageants are expensive. Some people spend as much as $100,000 dollars to enter into a competition, then this can quickly add to millions of dollars that parents can easily spend and even go bankrupt just because they want their children to win the contest. And lastly, you can say that the beauty pageants promote wrong image of beauty, because you're only seeing the children of beautiful images outside. You're not teaching our children and our society and the families what it means to be beautiful. The true beauty comes from within, and just because they have different type of the eyes or their color of their hair, for example, you cannot really say that just because you have to put your hair into a certain way you're beautiful. But you're beautiful as you are. But the problem of beauty pageants is that you don't have that message. You don't show that message. And therefore, that's why it gives you a very toxic culture of saying that you're not beautiful if you're not thin, or if you're not beautiful if you're not having a long hair, or so on and so forth. What about on the con side? Despite all these controversies, we shouldn't really ban beauty pageants. Probably as a con side team, you can agree, look, some beauty pageants do have harmful culture, toxic culture, but it's not really the answer for the government to say, okay, we're going to ban it. Now we're going to have a healthy society. Because the toxic culture does not always come from the beauty pageant. It can come from the TV media or even social media, for example. And as a government, instead of banning the beauty pageants, you can also say, look, instead of banning it, you can make the competition healthier by having more criteria as a judge, or you can regulate children not to have plastic surgeries or too much makeup as a beauty pageant. So, as a whole, beauty pageants do not harm nor impact negatively to children and family, and governments should not have too much regulation on this type of competition. Firstly, you can say beauty pageants help to build confidence, because a lot of times beauty pageants, you need to learn how to speak in front of people, so it builds your public speaking, or some of the talented individuals will also practice very, very hard to build their self-confidence to show themselves in front of people, and this will have a positive impact on the children. You can also say that it teaches discipline discipline to the child. If you want to win a competition, you have to practice hard, you have to overcome your weakness and really show yourself to the people. And this teaches a lot to the children. No wonder a lot of beauty pageant winners later become successful business owners, successful teachers, or successful people in life because they learn to build their confidence, they learn and they discipline themselves to become and work hard to earn that prize. Thirdly, a lot of beauty contests offer scholarship or other prizes or even future careers to children. So what if you're a child who really wants to be a model or a child actress? Well, beauty pageant offers a easy way in for the parents and the children who wants to go into their careers to become actors. Now, if you remove this beauty pageant, then you're removing one of the opportunities for children who want to be actors to show themselves in the stage. So I would say, why do you remove this opportunity for some children who really want to, who enjoy this competition, who want to be a part of this as their future careers and jobs? You can also say the tough competition builds characters. And it's not that we want to focus on the negativity of the beauty contest, but we want to focus on the positiveness of the competition, how it really helps the children to build character and also have a positive impact in their lives. Lastly, you can also say banning beauty contests will be ambiguous. So say you're going to legally make it impossible to have beauty pageants. And are you going to start regulating high school or middle school proms? Then are you going, if you have, are you going to also regulate the online beauty contest of photos? Are you going to ban the schools costume days, for example, where you're going to select the best costume? See, if the government starts regulating a beauty contest, then it's really hard to draw a line of what we can do and what we cannot do. So again, if you're on the con side, the underlying message that you want to send is that you're not going to make it something illegal. Rather, you want to take out the toxic culture within the beauty contest and you want to keep the good parts of the beauty contest instead of government saying, oh, we're going to ban it. So now on, we're going to not have the beauty contest at all. Okay, so those were some of the arguments. Obviously, the arguments are not everything. So I hope that you read up and come prepared. And until then, I will see you in debate. Thank you for listening to this video.